What up, everybody? Mike here from MrMGWard Penmanship and Design. Today, we're working with my favorite navy and gold. Before we get started, you may have noticed that I am wearing a metal hat. Not just any hat, I am wearing a metal bowler hat. How cool is that? A metal bowler hat. I wish I could think of things that rhymed like that. Found this at the flea market last weekend. Super excited about it. I've seen these online a bunch of times, but they're always really expensive. I stumbled across a guy who gave me a good deal simply because I knew what it actually was. This was not designed to be a wearable bowler hat. This was actually a muffler for a trombone. I'm not a musician, so I apologize. I don't know the proper terminology, but it was used. Bands would have them and it would go on the end of the trombone to muffle the sound. I honestly don't even know if it goes that way or that way. I'm assuming that way. I should do some research. But it is a metal bowler hat, and hilariously enough, it fits me quite good. It fits, it sits there. I'm going to put some leather bands on the inside so it's a little more comfortable and it sits a little more upright and doesn't fall down. But it's dope. I'm excited about it. What are we working on today? Well, we are designing a signature for Dr. Jill Elizabeth Bennett. Ooh, that is a long one. This is this is the longest signature I've designed on camera. So you guys are going to probably see some things and some techniques that we haven't used before because we haven't had to use them. So I hope you're excited. I'm excited. Strap in, ladies and gentlemen, because here we go. So for starters, as always, we're going to write the name up here in the top corner. Dr. Jill Elizabeth Bennett. Right on. Now, I won't, hopefully, make any spelling mistakes. Then from there, we're going to lay out the Spencerian capital and lowercase letters unconnected, just super simple, so we can see how everything kind of works together. And I'll start combining the ending lowercase to the next capital letter. To see, this gives me a good idea of where my spaces are. Like you can see here above Elizabeth, because that's such a long word, we have a long space. So we'll drop that Y around. We'll just throw in an ending flourish off the Y to fill some of that space. You'll notice because Dr. and Jill are so short and Elizabeth is so long, we had to fill something in there. Alright, now we're going to start erasing our lines, cleaning everything up. This is essentially starting at the beginning, going through the entire thing, and you just perfect every oval. And you don't move forward until the oval you're working on is perfect. So, in theory, by the time you go from the beginning till the very end, by the time you hit the ending, you have a perfect design. You have a cleaned up design. There's no such thing as perfect. We could tweak endlessly, but we shouldn't, because we're human. We're not perfect. Alright, lots of modifications gotta happen to this ending here. I had that pretty squished in there. Now you notice I dropped that one oval a little bit lower so that it matches the same height as the J. Now we'll throw in some accent shades here on the compound curves to fill in some weight in the middle. And I think that pretty much works. I'm gonna call this one finished. Booyah. Alright, now all we got left to do is take this finished signature, transfer it onto this piece of gold foil, and then foil it. So, how about we do that? Thank you very much for hanging out with me today, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss out on any future content. Slightly off topic, in the future I'm planning to make a Lego bowler hat, and now I have a metal bowler hat. I want to know if you guys can think of any other things that I could make a bowler hat out of. I'm going to carve a wood one. First I'm going to carve a little wood one, and then I'm going to eventually one day in the future make a large wearable sized wood one. But I want to know, what other things can be turned into bowler hats? I bet you, like, we could crochet one, we could carve one out of rock, but I don't know how to do that. I'd need to hire somebody to do that for me. If you have any ideas of things that could turn into bowler hats, drop them in the comments below. This has nothing to do with penmanship, sort of a little bit to do with design, mostly just to do with my ridiculous obsession. I hope you guys are falling in love with the process, and don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, life should be just a bit of silliness, really.